Good morning. Today I thought I would do one of those what I eat in a day videos. One of my goals this year is to take better care of my body, which includes eating better and also exercising more. And I actually really enjoy cooking and making food, and I've been wanting to share some of my recipes with you, so I thought this was the perfect way to do it. So let's start off with breakfast. Usually for breakfast I have a bowl of overnight oats. And this is actually something my friend Chris suggested that I try. I used to skip breakfast a lot. I never prioritized it, and I found that overnight oats was an easy way for me to actually have breakfast. So if you haven't heard of overnight oats before, it's a, I guess, different form of having oatmeal. So you make it overnight, store it in the fridge, and it's ready for you in the morning, which is perfect for me. I'd like to have a quick start to my morning, and I used to feel like breakfast would slow me down, like making it when I just wanted to start the day. So having breakfast already ready for me is amazing. So I did make this last night and then topped it off with some granola, but I'll show you how I make my recipe. First, I start off with half a cup of traditional oats. Do not use the quick oats because it will not be the same. Add 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Add 1/4 cup of plain yogurt. Next, add half a cup of milk of your choice. I personally like oat milk for this. Then I add a tablespoon of peanut butter, some honey for a bit of sweetness. So you really don't need this, but I like to add a scoop of this collagen peptide protein. And the order of the ingredients really don't matter because you'll end up mixing it all together anyway. Just make sure to mix it thoroughly so there aren't any weird clumps in there. And that's it. You just stick it in the fridge, and in the next morning I like to add some granola for some crunch, but you can top it off with whatever you like. And I also like to start my mornings off with coffee. I got a coffee maker, and I know it's not like the healthiest thing to have every day, but I really love the taste of coffee and waking up and having that coffee smell, and it just makes me feel warm and ready for the day. So I really love having my cold overnight oats with a warm cup of coffee. I love eating this because it's so easy. You get a lot of great nutrients and fiber, and if you don't like this recipe, there are a bunch of other recipes online that you can customize to your liking. I know a lot of people like putting fresh fruits into their overnight oats. Right now I just like the crunchiness and more of the not so sweet taste. I'm not gonna lie though, the first day I had this, I did not like the texture. I didn't have my recipe down. It took me like 3 hours to get through the whole bowl, but now I love it and it's so good. And when I was back in my parents' house for just the weekend, I couldn't make this and I was actually craving it so much. For lunch, I'm actually going to share a dish that I learned from my friend Pau, and it is this like avocado, egg, kimchi, seaweed dish, and then I made this little sauce to go with it, so let's get to it. First, I'm going to fry the eggs, and I like adding a bit of water so the egg has some of that poached texture to it, and I usually make 2 eggs for this. While the eggs are cooling down, I'm going to prepare the other ingredients. First, the avocado. We're going to peel it and cut it into slices. I also like cutting the kimchi into slices, but you definitely don't have to. Now I'm going to cut the egg into slices. Now for the dipping sauce, I start with soy sauce, then some water to dilute it. I also love adding sesame oil and then some sesame seeds. I like to plate all the ingredients so it looks really nice. It just makes it more fun for me to eat. So after you're done prepping, this is how I put it together. I just take the seaweed, then I take the avocado first, because it's kind of like the biggest slab. I'll just stick it in there. And you don't even need chopsticks for this. You can just use your hands if you want to. Put the egg on top, a couple slices of kimchi. I just fold it in half, and then I just take my little sauce, dip it in there, and that's it. This is super yummy and it's so flavorful and I crave it a lot. I love having this with my Itoen green tea. All my friends know I'm obsessed with this tea. Doesn't really have any taste, it just tastes like tea, and I love this bottle. I know I could make my own green tea. It might be a little bit cheaper, but I just love this so much. I always have this in my apartment because I just randomly crave it from time to time. It is now dinner time. So for dinner, I thought I would make this soy sauce shrimp dish with a broccoli stir fry because I actually make this dish a lot. This is probably the most Chinese dish out of the things that I've eaten today. All the other ones definitely, like overnight oats is not Chinese. So these dishes are ones that I've learned from my mom growing up. These are her recipes. When I make dinner, I always like to prep the ginger and garlic first. Don't know why, but I'm gonna cut the ginger into slices, which is for the shrimp, and mince the garlic for the broccoli. Next, I'm prepping my broccoli, cutting, and then washing. Next, we're going to devein and wash the shrimp. So I'm going to cook the shrimp first, add oil and ginger into the pan, and when it starts to sizzle, I add the shrimp and pour some soy sauce over it. And then I quickly cover the pan. Once the shrimp is crispy on one side, I just flip it once to cook the other side and adjusting the heat when needed. And you'll know it's done when both sides are nice and crisp. Now for the broccoli, add oil and then garlic into the pan. Then throw in your broccoli and add some water to help it cook. Then for taste, I add some fish sauce. I love fish sauce. I also follow it up with this chicken powder flavoring. My mom has put this in her cooking for as long as I can remember, and I just did the same without ever knowing what it really was. I think it just adds some chicken flavoring to the food, but this one does contain some MSG, so you can skip it if you don't like it. I like my broccoli a little bit crunchy, so I don't cook it for that long. And I also had some leftover rice, so I just heat that up, and this is dinner. And now we are ready to eat. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat my dinner now, but I hope you enjoyed watching this video and learning some recipes to cook. If you want to see more what I eat in a day videos, let me know. This was actually pretty fun to film. It's different. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry I'm talking with my mouth full. I'm so hungry. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!